"Happy birthday to me," I whispered, staring at the deed to my mother's house while she celebrated my stepbrother instead. But when she saw that document, everything changed. Before we jump back in, tell us where you're tuning in from, and if this story touches you, make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow, I've saved something extra special for you. The Arizona sun beats down mercilessly as I pull into the circular driveway of the Scottsdale house I bought for my mother 3 years ago. Bass thumps from the backyard and I count at least 20 cars lining the street. Balloons in gold and black sway from the mailbox, and a banner stretched across the front porch reads "Happy 25th, Tyler." My hands tighten. On the steering wheel, today is September 15th, my 28th birthday. I sit in my rental car for a moment, the engine ticking as it cools, and check my phone one more time. There's no birthday messages from Linda, my mother, no acknowledgement whatsoever. Instead, her Instagram story shows Tyler blowing out candles on a massive 3-tier cake while 50 guests cheer around the pool. The timestamp shows she posted it 20 minutes ago, right when my flight from Seattle was landing. The irony. Tastes bitter. Took a red-eye flight, burning through vacation days and paying surge pricing for this last-minute trip home. All because Linda called me yesterday, voice thick with tears, saying she missed me terribly and begging me to come visit. She never mentioned Tyler's party. She certainly never mentioned that my birthday would be completely overshadowed by my stepbrother's celebration. I grabbed the gift bag from the passenger seat, containing a $200 bottle of wine I picked up at Pike Place Market, along with a custom photo album I spent weeks creating. Every page carefully curated with family memories, childhood photos of Tyler and me. Holidays we'd shared over the past 8 years since Linda married Bob. At the bottom of the bag sits a stack of gift cards totaling $500, all for Tyler's favorite stores. Because despite everything, I wanted to show up as the supportive big sister. The front door stands propped open, and I can hear splashing from the backyard mixed with laughter and music. I recognize Tyler's girlfriend Brianna's shrill giggle, rising above the noise. As I approach the entrance, Linda appears in the hallway. Looking flustered in a flowing sundress, her hair perfectly styled despite the chaos. "Maya!" she exclaims, but her smile falters when she sees me. "What are you doing here?" The question hits like ice water. Hold up the gift bag, trying to keep my voice steady. "You asked me to come visit?" "Yesterday. You said you missed me." Her eyes dart toward the backyard where Tyler's voice booms over the music. Probably telling another story about his latest failed business venture while everyone pretends to be impressed. "Oh, honey, this isn't really a good time. Tyler's having his birthday celebration, and there are so many people here." "I know, I can see that." I step closer, the wine bottle heavy in the bag. "It's also my birthday, Mom. We share the same birth date, remember?" Linda's face flushes, and she glances nervously over her shoulder. Through the sliding glass doors, I can see Tyler holding court by the pool, surrounded by friends I don't recognize. Bob stands nearby, manning an elaborate barbecue setup, wearing a world's best dad apron that Tyler bought him last Father's Day. My 8-year-old half-sister Sophie splashes in the shallow end, delighted to be included in her big brother's party. "Of course I remember," Linda says, but her tone lacks conviction. "It's just that Tyler specifically requested a big celebration this year, and he invited all these people, and I didn't want to overcomplicate things." Overcomplicate. That's what I am now. A complication. From the backyard, Tyler's voice carries over the noise. "This is the life, people. No stress, no drama, just good vibes and family that actually gets it." A chorus of agreement follows, along with the clink of beer bottles. I think about the mortgage payment that auto-deducted from my account just 3 days ago. $2,800 for this house, this pool, this perfect suburban paradise, where Tyler gets to play king for the day. I think about his car payment, his insurance, his credit card bills that somehow always end up forwarded to my email when they go past due. "Maybe I should come back another time," I hear myself saying, though every fiber of my being rebels against the words. Linda's relief is visible. "That would probably be best. Tyler's been so excited about today, and you know how he gets when his plans get disrupted." Through the glass doors, I watch my stepbrother cannonball into the pool I helped pay for, soaking guests who shriek and laugh like it's the most entertaining thing they've ever witnessed. Brianna films it all for her TikTok, capturing every angle of Tyler's manufactured spontaneity. I flew here from Seattle, I say quietly. Left work early. Took the red eye. I know, sweetie, and I appreciate that, really. But maybe next weekend would be better? When things settle down? Next weekend, when the mortgage payment I send every month covers another 7 days of Tyler's comfortable existence? When the insurance premiums I pay keep his BMW protected in the garage? When the credit cards I reluctantly agreed to co-sign continue funding his lifestyle while he finds himself at 25, I nod slowly, backing toward the door. The gift bag feels ridiculous now, weighted down with thoughtfulness that nobody asked for. Sure, Mom. Next weekend. As I turn to leave, Tyler's laughter explodes from the backyard, followed by applause. I don't look back to see what performance earned such enthusiasm. Instead, I walk to my rental car, the Arizona heat shimmering off the asphalt, and sit in the driver's seat with the air conditioning blasting. My phone buzzes. A text from my coworker Jake in Seattle. Happy birthday, Maya. Hope you're having an amazing day. At least someone remembered. I sit in the rental car for 10 minutes, letting the air conditioning battle the desert heat while I process what just happened. My mother asked me to come home, then acted surprised when I showed up. She forgot my birthday entirely while throwing an elaborate celebration for Tyler, and now I'm supposed to just drive away like a good, understanding daughter. The gift bag mocks me from the passenger seat. $500 in gift cards. For someone who couldn't even acknowledge my existence today, I pull out my phone and scroll through Linda's social media posts from the past week. There it is, clear as day. Getting ready for Tyler's big day. Can't wait to celebrate my amazing son. Posted 4 days ago with photos of party planning, decoration shopping, cake consultations. 4 days ago. It's the same day she called me crying about missing me. I scroll further back and find more posts. Tyler helping her pick out decorations at Party City. Bob setting up the new outdoor speakers they bought specifically for today. Brianna posting about the most epic pool party ever with countdown stickers. This wasn't some spontaneous celebration. This was weeks in the planning. My phone buzzes. With a text from Linda, "Thanks for understanding, honey. But Tyler's just so sensitive about his special day. You know how he is. Sensitive." Tyler, who once threw a tantrum at my college graduation because the restaurant I chose for dinner didn't have his favorite beer on tap? Tyler, who missed my promotion celebration at work because he had a date, but expected me to fly home for every milestone in his life. I'm about to drive away when another text comes through, this time from Tyler himself. "Heard you stopped by. Wish you could have stayed, but Mom said you had other plans. Next time, give us a heads up before showing up, yeah?" Today's about celebrating the right energy. The right energy. I stare at those words until they blur. I've been sending the wrong energy, apparently, by existing on my own birthday. But it's the next part of his message that stops my breath. "BTW, thanks for covering the pool maintenance. This month, this party wouldn't be the same without the crystal clear water. You're the best, big sis." Pool maintenance. I never agreed to pay for pool maintenance. I scroll through my banking app and find it. A $340 charge to Desert Oasis Pool Services. Auto charge to the credit card Linda uses for house emergencies. The same card I gave her 3 years ago when I bought this house, explicitly for true emergencies only. I dig deeper into the recent charges. Catering for today's party, $1,200. New outdoor furniture, $800. Professional party planning consultation, $500. All charged to my card over the past 2 weeks. While Linda was calling me about missing me and wanting me to visit. She planned this entire party on my credit card, deliberately scheduling it for my birthday, then made me feel guilty for showing up. The realization hits like a physical blow. This isn't thoughtlessness. This is calculated. I scroll through more charges going back months. Preparing and narrating this story took us a lot of time, so if you are enjoying it, subscribe to our channel. It means a lot to us. Now back to the story. Tyler's gym membership, $89 monthly. His car detailing, $150 monthly. Brianna's spa day that Tyler bought her for their anniversary, $400. Linda's weekly nail appointments, $75 each. Bob's Golf Club membership, $200 monthly. They've been living off my emergency credit card like it's their personal allowance, funding a lifestyle I never agreed to support. The mortgage payments are just the tip of the iceberg. Through the windshield, I can see guests laughing and splashing in the pool I'm apparently maintaining. Tyler stands on the diving board, arms raised like a conquering hero, while everyone cheers. The same diving board that cost $1,800 to install, charged to my card last spring when Linda said the pool needed urgent safety updates. My hands shake as I open my Wells Fargo app. The house deed is digital now, stored in my documents folder. I bought this house outright 3 years ago when Linda and Bob were facing foreclosure. Put it in my name to protect it from Bob's construction. Business debts. Linda promised it was temporary, just until they got back on their feet. She promised a lot of things. I take a screenshot of the deed, my name clearly visible as the sole owner. Then I scrolled to the mortgage section, even though there is no mortgage. I own this house free and clear. Every month, Linda deposits what she calls her mortgage payment into a savings account I set up.
Ow!
Supposedly to help her rebuild credit. She has no idea I've been putting that money aside, treating it like rent. But what if she did know? If I'd been clear about who actually owns this house, Tyler's laughter pierces the air as someone cranks up the music. A new song starts, something with heavy bass that I can feel vibrating through my chest. The party is hitting its peak. Everyone drunk on sun and celebration. It's completely unaware that they're partying in a house that belongs to the woman they just dismissed. I screenshot my banking app showing the house purchase, the deed transfer, the account where Linda's mortgage payments accumulate, and I scroll to the credit card charges, screenshotting the party expenses, the pool maintenance, the lifestyle charges that have been draining me for months. My finger hovers over Linda's contact information. Could call her right now, demand an explanation. I could march back to that party and announce to everyone exactly who owns the house they're celebrating in. I could cut off the credit card immediately and watch the fallout. Something stops me. Through the sliding glass doors, I can see Sophie, my 8-year-old half-sister, sitting alone at the patio table. Not swimming anymore, just watching Tyler's friends with wide eyes, probably overwhelmed by all the strangers in her space. None of Tyler's friends are paying attention to her. She looks small and forgotten, much like I felt 20 minutes ago. That's when I notice Linda inside the house, frantically opening and closing kitchen cabinets, even from the driveway. Can see her stressed expression. She's probably looking for something for the party, something she forgot to buy or prepare. Something else that will end up charged to my emergency card. My phone buzzes again. Another text from Tyler. The caterer needs to charge the final payment. Mom said to use your card since you're family and all. Thanks, they're not even asking. Anymore, they're just taking. I sit back in the driver's seat and make a decision that feels like stepping off a cliff. I open my banking app and navigate to the credit card management section. My finger hovers over the freeze button that will instantly lock the card, preventing any new charges. But then I see a better option. A much better option. I can do more than just freeze the card. I can call the bank's fraud department and report unauthorized usage. I can dispute every party-related charge from the past month. I can demand immediate payment for the house they think they're living in for free. The gift bag sits beside me, still containing hundreds of dollars worth of thoughtfulness. For people who couldn't remember my birthday, I pick up the wine bottle, feeling its weight. $200 for a wine that will probably get lost among the cheap beer and cocktails they're serving. Instead, I'm going to give them a different kind of gift, the gift of reality. I scroll through my contacts until I find the number for Wells Fargo's 24-hour customer service line. My finger hovers over the call button as Tyler's voice booms from the backyard. This is what family looks like, people. No drama, just love and support. Support. They want to know what support really looks like. They're about to find out what it looks like when it disappears. I dial Wells Fargo customer service, and after navigating through the automated system, a representative named Jennifer answers. Her voice is professional but warm, and when I explain that I need to report unauthorized charges on my emergency credit card, she immediately becomes attentive. I see several recent charges here, Ms. Chen. Can you walk me through which ones you didn't authorize? I start with the obvious ones. $1,200 catering charge from Desert Sunset Catering, $500 party planning fee, and the $800 outdoor. Furniture purchase from Patio Paradise. Those were all charged without my knowledge or consent. Jennifer types quickly. I can see those charges, all within the past 2 weeks. Were you in possession of your card during this time? The card is supposed to be for household emergencies only. It's been used by my mother, who lives in the house I own, but these charges are for a party I wasn't even invited to. The words taste bitter as they come out. I understand. I'm flagging these as disputed charges right now. The merchants will be contacted immediately, and if any services are ongoing, they'll be notified of the payment issues. Through the windshield, I watch Tyler attempt some kind of synchronized diving routine with his friends. The arrogance in his movements makes my stomach turn. There's more. Pool maintenance charges, gym memberships, spa treatments. None of these were authorized by me. Jennifer's typing becomes more rapid. I'm seeing quite a pattern here, Ms. Chen, I'm going to freeze this card immediately to prevent any additional unauthorized usage. You should also know that for high-dollar disputed charges like these, we typically contact the merchants within the hour. An hour. The party is in full swing now, probably set to continue well into the evening. What happens when you contact them? For the catering charge, if they haven't delivered all services yet, they'll likely suspend service pending payment resolution. For the party planner, same thing. The outdoor furniture company may request immediate return of merchandise, which depends on their policies, but they take fraud reports very seriously. I feel a spark of something that might be satisfaction. And what about recurring charges? Gym memberships? That sort of thing? Those will all be automatically canceled when I freeze the account. Any memberships or services tied to this card will receive immediate non-payment notifications. Perfect. Tyler's beloved gym membership, where he spends hours taking selfies and hitting on college girls, will be canceled before he finishes his pool party. Do it. All of it. Done. Your card is now frozen. All disputed charges are flagged, and I've escalated this to our fraud department. Is there anything else I can help you with today? I think about the house deed and my phone. The mortgage payments Linda thinks she's making, the false sense of security they've all been living in. Actually, yes. I need to schedule a consultation about property management services for a house I own. The current occupants may need to start paying actual market rate rent. Jennifer transfers me to the property services department, and I spend another 15 minutes setting up a consultation for Monday morning. Market rate for a 4-bedroom. House with a pool in Scottsdale. Try $4,500 per month. Linda's been depositing $2,800 monthly, thinking it's mortgage payments. She's about to discover what real housing costs look like. As I hang up, my phone immediately buzzes with a Wells Fargo security alert. Card ending in 4729 has been frozen. Due to suspicious activity, contact us immediately if this was not authorized. I'm screenshotting the alert when I hear shouting from the backyard. Not happy party shouting. Angry, confused shouting. Through the sliding glass door, I can see a man in a white catering uniform talking animatedly to Linda. Her face has gone completely pale. She's gesturing frantically toward the house. Bob approaches them, still wearing his ridiculous world's best dad apron, his expression shifting from confusion to alarm. Tyler notices the commotion and walks over, dripping pool water across the deck. Even from this distance, I can see him getting aggressive, pointing at the caterer and raising his voice. The party guests have started to notice conversations dying down as they sense drama brewing. My phone rings. Linda's name flashes on the screen. I let it ring 4 times before answering. Hello, Mom. Maya. Thank God. There's some kind of mistake with the catering payment. They're saying the card was declined and they're threatening to pack up all the food. Can you call the bank? This is so embarrassing. I watch through the glass as Tyler appears to be arguing with the caterer, his wet hair dripping as he gestures wildly. Several party guests have their phones out, probably recording. The drama for their own social media? What card are you talking about, Linda? Your emergency card, honey? The one I use for house things. Must be some kind of error. Oh, that card? No, there's no error. I just got off the phone with Wells Fargo. Turns out there were a bunch of unauthorized charges on it, so I had to freeze the account and dispute everything. The silence stretches so long, I wonder if the call dropped. Finally, Linda's voice comes back, smaller and shakier. Unauthorized? But Maya, these are legitimate expenses. The party, the food, it's all for family. Family. I watched Tyler storm away from the caterer, who's now directing his staff to start packing up the elaborate spread. Tell me, Linda, what makes Tyler's birthday party a household emergency? Well, it's not exactly an emergency, but you know how important these celebrations are to him, and we just wanted everything to be perfect. Through the window, I see the caterer supervisor approach Bob, holding what looks like a tablet or clipboard. Bob's face cycles through confusion, embarrassment, growing anger as he apparently learns the full scope of the payment issue. Mom, I'm looking at the charges right now. $1,200 for catering, $800 for new patio furniture, $500 for a party planner, plus Tyler's gym membership, Brianna spa day, your weekly nail appointments. When exactly did my emergency credit card become your family's allowance? Another long pause. In the backyard, chaos is spreading. The catering staff is methodically packing up chafing dishes and removing platters of food, leaving gaps on the serving tables like missing teeth. Some party guests are starting to drift toward the gate, sensing the celebration is imploding. Maya, sweetheart, you're being unreasonable. We can talk about this later, but right now I need you to call the bank and fix this. Tyler's friends are here, and this is humiliating. Humiliating. I think about how humiliated I felt 20 minutes ago when she told me there was no room for me at Tyler's party. How humiliated I've felt every month when I see hundreds of dollars in charges for their lifestyle while I eat ramen and work overtime to afford my own life. No, Linda, I'm not fixing anything. The card stays frozen, the charges stay disputed, and you get to explain to Tyler why his party is falling apart. Tyler has noticed the catering situation and is now marching toward the house, his face red with anger. Several guests are following him, apparently eager for front row seats to whatever confrontation is brewing. Can't do this to us, Maya. This is family. Tyler will be devastated. Through the glass, I watch Tyler burst through the sliding door into the house, leaving wet footprints on Linda's pristine tile floors. He's shouting something, but I can't make out the words over the distance. Funny thing about family, Mom. Today's my birthday too. But you forgot, didn't you? You forgot your own daughter's birthday while throwing a party that cost thousands of dollars. Money that wasn't even yours. The sliding door opens again and Tyler emerges, now wearing shorts and a tank top, his face a mask of fury. He's holding Linda's phone, probably trying to call me himself. Linda hurries after him, reaching for the phone, but he jerks it away. I have to go, Linda. Enjoy the rest of Tyler's party. Or what's left of it. I hang up just as Tyler's call comes through. I decline it immediately and watch him stare at his phone in disbelief. The caterers are almost finished packing up now, leaving behind empty tables and a growing crowd of confused party guests. My phone buzzes with a text from Tyler. Call me right now. I delete it without reading it again and scroll to my banking app, where I find the Wells Fargo property management consultation I scheduled. Monday at 9 a.m., they'll assess fair market rent for a 4-bedroom Scottsdale house with a pool. Linda thinks she's been paying mortgage payments. She's about to discover she's been a tenant all along and not a very good one. Through the windshield, I watch the party disintegrate in real time. The catering crew has finished packing their trucks, leaving behind empty serving tables and bewildered guests. Tyler paces the deck like a caged animal, periodically stopping to jab at his phone screen with increasing violence. Several of his friends have gathered around him, probably trying to understand why their elaborate celebration just got dismantled. My phone rings again. Bob, this time. I consider letting it go to voicemail, but curiosity wins. Maya, what the hell's going on? His voice is rough, the way it gets when his blood pressure spikes. Tyler's going ballistic, Linda's crying. And these catering people just drove off with half the food. Hello to you too, Bob. I watch him through the glass door, phone pressed to his ear, his free hand gesturing wildly. I'm fine, thanks for asking. Having a wonderful birthday. This isn't the time for games.
Styles.
Tyler's party is ruined, and apparently it's because of some problem with your credit card. Some problem. As if I accidentally broke their money printer. The problem is that you've been using my emergency card to fund Tyler's lifestyle for months without asking. Pool maintenance, gym memberships, spa treatments, and now a $1,200 catering bill for a party I wasn't even invited to. Bob's silence stretches long enough that I wonder if he's processing this information for the first time. Through the window, I see Linda approach him, her face streaked with tears, tugging on his arm. He waves her off, still listening to me. That card was for emergencies, he finally says, but his voice lacks conviction. Emergencies. Right? Was Tyler's gym membership an emergency? Was Brianna's spa day an emergency? Or maybe you can explain how party planning services qualify as a household crisis. I can practically hear the gears grinding in Bob's head as he tries to formulate a response. In the background of the call, I hear Tyler's voice getting louder, apparently interrogating some poor guest about whether they know anyone who works at a bank. Look, maybe we got a little carried away, but you never said we couldn't use it for family things. Tyler needed those memberships for his health, and Linda deserves some nice things after everything she's been through. Everything she's been through. I think about Linda's weekly nail appointments, her monthly shopping trips, the designer handbags that keep appearing in her social media posts. Meanwhile, I've been eating grocery store sushi and wearing the same 3 work outfits. In rotation to afford their version of hardship. Bob, I want you to do something for me. I want you to add up every dollar I've sent your family in the past 3 years. The house down payment, the monthly deposits, the credit card charges, Tyler's car payments, all of it. Through the glass. I watch him run his free hand through his thinning hair. He knows exactly what that number looks like, and it terrifies him. Maya, your family. It's what family does for each other. You're right. Family helps each other. But here's the thing about family, Bob. They remember each other's birthdays. They invite each other to celebrations. They don't treat each other like ATM machines, while pretending they don't exist. The sliding door bursts open, and Tyler storms out, now fully dressed and carrying what looks like Linda's laptop. His face is flushed with anger and humiliation, especially with at least 30 party guests witnessing his meltdown. He marches straight to Bob and grabs the phone. Maya, you selfish witch, you ruined everything. Tyler's voice is so loud I have to hold the phone away from my ear. Do you have any idea how embarrassing this is? My friends are here and you made me look like some kind of fraud. Tyler, today's my birthday. Did you know that? The question catches him off guard. Through the window, I see him pause, his mouth opening and closing like a confused fish. What does that have to do with anything? Just answer the question. What's today's date? September 15th. So what and when is my birthday, Tyler? Another pause. Longer this time. I can see the exact moment he realizes the connection, his face shifting from anger to something that might be embarrassment before cycling back to rage. That's not the point. Can't just destroy my party because you're jealous that Mom chose my celebration over yours. Jealous. The word hits differently than I expected. Not painful, but clarifying. I'm not jealous, Tyler. I'm done. Done. With what? Done paying for your life while you pretend I don't exist? I can see him through the window, processing this statement while party guests mill around behind him like extras in a disaster movie. Several people are taking pictures, probably for their social media stories about the most dramatic pool party of the year. You don't pay for my life, Tyler says, but his voice has lost some of its conviction. Really? Let me refresh your memory. I pull up my banking app and start reading. Tyler's Fitness Plus membership. $18.9. Monthly, for the past 8 months. BMW lease payment, $450 monthly for the past 2 years. Car insurance, $200 monthly. Credit card payments when you maxed out that Visa buying Brianna's birthday gifts. Should I continue? Through the glass, I watch. Tyler's face drain of color. Bob moves closer to him, probably trying to hear both sides of the conversation. Linda hovers nearby, clutching a kitchen towel like a security blanket. Those were loans, Tyler says weakly. I was going to pay you back. With what money, Tyler? You've been unemployed for 6 months? Your last job was selling essential oils online, which lasted exactly 3 weeks before you decided it wasn't aligned with your values. I'm working on my personal brand. Building my social media presence takes time and investment. I scroll through Tyler's Instagram feed, which is currently blowing up with notifications as party guests tag him in posts about the catering disaster. His bio reads, "Entrepreneur, lifestyle influencer, living my best life," with a link to a Patreon that has exactly 12 subscribers. Your personal brand is funded by my credit card, Tyler. Your best life is subsidized by my actual work. Your lifestyle influence extends to about 50 people, most of whom are currently watching your party implode. Through the window, I see him spin around to look at his guests, many of whom are indeed filming or photographing the chaos. His Instagram story notifications are multiplying by the minute, and none of them look celebratory. "You're destroying my reputation," he hisses into the phone. "Oh, Tyler, I'm just not rebuilding it for you anymore." The sliding door opens again, and Linda steps out, her mascara smeared, holding what appears to be a stack of bills. She approaches Tyler and Bob, waving the papers urgently. Even from the driveway, I can see the red past due stamps on several envelopes. "Maya," Tyler's voice drops to what he probably thinks is a reasonable tone. "Look, maybe we can work something out. I'll get a real job, pay you back gradually. But you can't leave us hanging like this. Mom and Bob are counting on your help. Counting on my help. Not grateful for it, not appreciative of it. Counting on it like it's their constitutional right to my paycheck. Tyler, I want you to walk over to Linda and ask her something for me. Ask her what day I was born." "What?" "Just do it. Put the phone on speaker and ask her." I watch through the window as Tyler reluctantly walks to Linda, holding the phone out. "Mom, Maya wants to know what day she was born." Linda looks confused, glancing between Tyler and Bob. "Well, you were born in September, honey. September." The pause stretches painfully long. Through the phone speaker, I can hear party guests in the background, their conversations dying down as they sense another dramatic moment brewing. "September 15th, Linda finally says, her voice small and uncertain. "And what's today's date, Linda?" Another pause. "September 15th. So today is my birthday, and you threw Tyler a massive party, forgot I existed. Then used my credit card to pay for the celebration you didn't invite me to." The silence that follows is deafening. Even the party guests seem to have gone quiet, sensing the gravity of what just unfolded. Through the window, I see Linda's face crumple as the full weight of her choices settles on her shoulders. But it's Tyler's expression that surprises me most. For just a moment, his mask of entitlement slips, and I see something that might be shame flickering across his features. And Bob takes the phone back, his voice gruff and defensive. "Maya, we can fix this. Come inside. Let's talk like adults." "No, Bob. We're going to talk like adults right here, right now. Starting with the fact that you're all living in my house, living in your house." Bob's voice cracks slightly. "Maya, your mother pays the mortgage every month. This is our home." I pull up the deed on my phone and take a screenshot, sending it to all 3 of their numbers simultaneously. "Check your phones, Bob." Through the window, I watch their faces as they open the image. Linda gasps audibly.
"Alice."
Tyler's mouth falls open. Bob just stares at the screen like it's written in a foreign language. Maya Chen, sole owner. Purchased outright in 2021. I let that sink in for a moment. There is no mortgage, Bob. Linda's been depositing rent money into a savings account. Money I've been setting aside because I thought someday you'd actually become responsible adults. Legs seem to give out, and she sinks into one of the patio chairs. Tyler is frantically scrolling through the deed document, probably looking for some loophole that doesn't exist. So here's how this works now, I continue, watching their world reshape itself in real time. Market rent for a 4-bedroom house with a pool in Scottsdale is $4,500 monthly. You have until Monday to decide if you want to sign a lease or find somewhere else to live. Bob sputters into the phone. "You can't just evict us. We've been living here for 3 years. It's my tenants, Bob, and tenants who use their landlord's credit card without permission." Typically get evicted pretty quickly. I start my rental. Car engine, the sound carrying across the driveway. Oh, and Tyler, happy birthday. Consider this your gift. The gift of accountability. Through the rearview mirror, I watch the last party guests filter out through the side gate, phones in hand, probably already posting about the most dramatic birthday party of their lives. Tyler stands alone by the pool, surrounded by empty tables and deflated balloons, finally experiencing consequences for the first time in his 25 years. My phone buzzes with frantic texts as I drive away, but I don't read them. For the first time in 3 years, my birthday belongs to me. Up next, you've got 2 more standout stories right on your screen. If this one hit the mark, you won't want to pass these up. Just click and check them out.